everybody! Crochet Life and Stuff with Deborah presents me, Deborah, and I'm meowing Memphis in the Saturday Vloggy thing. This is number 13. Yes! I actually like the number 13. Some people think it's unlucky. I don't get on with all of that. First off, if this is your first time here, welcome. Glad to have you here. Please come back. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. For anyone returning, welcome back to the madness. Stand by. Okay, trying to make Memphis hush just didn't work. So there's going to be meowing through this vloggy thing. Yeah, what he said. I would like to start off and just jump in with my whips, works in progress. First whip is kind of a big one. It's for the Beady Challenge. I'll have that information linked below. Sponsored by Miss Lisa LadybirD Loves and Ingrid's Inspirations and Knitting Turnpike with Gina. They started this all off. There are prizes involved. So yeah, be sure and check that out. There is still time to get in on it. But this is what I have so far. I know I'm not going to put it over my head because I would lose stitches and stuff. But, yes, there are lots of beads. I don't know if you can see them. There's no real pattern for this. Oh, no. Why would I do it that way? It's going to be kind of either a ponchette sort of a thing. Between a ponchette and a poncho. Depends on how far I can actually get. But, yeah, this is all done in a mercerized cotton. The beads are glass. Memphis doesn't seem to be pleased with it, but, you know, it is what it is. I think it's coming along quite well. Very lacy and netty looking, and maybe I'll actually be able to put it on over a tank top before the summer's over. Next, a whippy thing is whips and faux. The whip portion right this very moment, I've been working on washcloths. Just kind of, that's in front of the TV fodder for me. And I'm just going back and forth. I have the two skeins here because I'm not cutting them. This is just front post and back post stuff to give it some texture, and it'll be washcloth length. Nothing is from a pattern on these. These are just kind of, what am I going to do on this one? And I believe both of these are the Just Cotton from Dollar Tree. So, yeah, no, this one actually might be Premier Home Cotton. I'm not sure because they are so very similar. Now, as far as a faux, let's pull out a few of these suckers. I think this is where I got from last time. I think I showed this last week. I did kind of a Halloween-y fall orange and brown one. Kind of a peachy and burgundy that ended up smaller. Yeah, I did show this last week because this ended up being really small. But, did that. There's this one made in much the same way as the peachy one is with slightly different striping. There's this guy. Just white and burgundy. More peachy and burgundy. And one that's a little smaller but has the scrubby stuff in some alternating rows to give a little bit of texture. And this scrubby stuff, it's not too hard to use on your skin. I wouldn't want to do it all day, but it works pretty well. It's a little bit of an exfoliating thing and some extra texture in here. There are some front post and back post stitches, but it is kind of hard to see in the brown on my phone. That's the faux situation there. Not much to faux shizzle. Now, as far as acquisitions go, I did have a mini yarn haul, and that will be coming up in just a moment. But I also have this. I got this a couple of weeks ago, but I hadn't used it yet because it needed to go in the wash. I got it from a Goodwill, and it smelled a little musty. You know how sometimes things do when you store them away for a while. But I threw it right in the wash, and I didn't even realize it. This sucker is a Lancome bag, you know, probably a giveaway with a purchase of a butt ton of makeup or something. Yeah, it's a navy blue. It looks black, but it is, I think, a very dark navy. And white and red, nice handles. This makes I'm not carrying too much with me, but I have to carry some crochet with me kind of bag. Because don't we kind of have to do that? Stand by for the yarn. Apologize for the little break there, but you know, I had a moment and left my yarn in a bag in the other room. So let's get to the yarny things. I got 2 of each of these colors. Yes, there was a Dollar Tree that had some just cotton. I had to go all the way down to Royston, which is about 20 miles from here, just in a direction you don't normally go for anything. But that Dollar Tree actually had a little bit of yarn. When I say a little, I mean a little, because they only have the just cotton and only in a few colors. I got 2, now these are 85% cotton, 15% polyester, 60 grams, so it's 104 yards, 96 meters. I mean, that's what all of these are. Let's see, that one, it's a little bit darker than what it shows there. It's coming up, the color is called wine. Like, try the wine. I'm sorry. 2 of those. And I got 2 of the one called Sunset. I thought that was kind of a pretty color. But yeah, I'm kind of obsessed with getting the cottons right now, because I'm making every washcloth on the planet apparently. And I got 2 of the color called Ginger. I don't think that's like Yarn Geek ginger, but it's ginger. And, oh, let's move that out of the way. I got 2 of the light purple. Yep, that is indeed a light purple. And I got 2 of the, surprise, plum. I would have just said, you know, slightly darker purple or something, but they called it plum. And yes, you could see on that one, boy, this skein is going to be splitty AF. Look at that. Yeah, that's going to be fun. But once you use it and wash it, it actually, I mean, it just acts like every other cotton, but some of the skeins are super loosely twisted, and you end up with having to fight it a little bit. And finally, last but never least, I did get a color that is blue, but in almost the darkest fashion. It's called Cadet. Yeah, that's looking kind of gray on my viewfinder there. It's a very deep navy blue. Kind of nice. You know, I'm loving the cotton. Yeah, I spent a few dollars on some cotton. It was cheaper than going to Walmart and getting theirs. I'm just saying. I also got one more thing while I was at Dollar Tree that day. And I saw this demoed by somebody, by Yarn as a Second Language. They were doing all kinds of crafty things in March, and one of the things they did was making candles, little candle making sets. So I got one. Yes, Memphis, you can participate. This is something in French, and it's apple, cinnamon, magnolia, and apricot citrus with the 3 scents in there. It's going to be kind of a weird mix, but it's just like you just layer it in there and make a candle. And I think that's kind of cool. I like candles, so it was $1, $1. That is a bargain, no matter what little Memphis says. Now, oh, he is something else. Oh, and talking about bringing yarn with you everywhere, you know, got that little bag. My husband thinks it's weird that I can crochet in a moving car. As long as it's daylight and we're not doing this on the roads, because we do live in an area where there's a lot of this on the roads, I can crochet. I can work on something easy. It's got to be something like a washcloth or a towel or something like that, not something where I have to think and, you know, really concentrate on it. So yeah, I do that, and it's very chill, and you can actually get a lot done, because it takes forever around here to get from A to B. It really does. Looking at my little handy dandy list here, because I don't want to forget. First off, let's do some shout outs. Shout outs are always fun. First, I want to shout out a Miss Connie from Just Another Stitch, because unless something changes, I'm going to be up on her live on the first Saturday in June. So that'll be coming up next week. Yep, looking forward to that. It's going to be fun because Connie is a blast anyway. Also, somebody called Dazola Designs. Now, she does tutorials. She does yarn hauls, lots of yarn hauls, and she does so many giveaways. Go get in on them. They're not difficult. It's yarn. She's giving away yarn for the most part. She goes out and buys wonderful yarn, shows them to you, and then says, okay, let's do a giveaway. So yeah, I'll have her link down below as well. Another one who I know a lot of you already know about is Fiber Floozy Crafts, and that is Jill. She's out in Texas. She is an absolute hoot. And she does all kinds of crafts. She does knitting, she does crocheting, she does paper things and planners. Yeah, that's a big thing of hers is planners. I can't plan what I'm doing today, let alone anything else. It's fun to watch. I enjoy watching other people do that, but it's just not really my personal thing. But check her out. She does giveaways. She does a ton of tutorials. Like I said, she does knitting and crochet. So I watch the knitting stuff too, even since I don't knit. Knitting is magic. Okay, but I watch it because I like watching the magic. Hello, that's always fun too. For something a little bit different, I know some of y'all may already know this wonderful channel called Alt Knots. Alt Knots, if you like things a little spooky, a little Halloweeny, all the time, all year round, that's your channel right there. She is so much fun. She does Frog and Fridays. That's a live every Friday. She does, you know, she's always got her big cup of coffee, and you're always in the yarn dungeon with her. Yes, I love it. She is super cool, super fun, very talented. She even did a whole slew of Tunisian tutorials so that you made little patches and we're putting them together for a sweater. Yeah, love her, love the channel. Awesome. Now, I do have a non-yarny shout out because that's what I do here. Non-yarny shout out goes to Donna Unboxes. Donna Unboxes reminds me of my interactions with my grandmother years ago. She is sweet. She's from somewhere up north, and she not only does unboxings, yeah, she does like Dollar Tree hauls and Dollar General hauls and gets things from this place and that place and shows you what she gets. She also does Taste Test Tuesday, and she tries all kinds of things. And yeah, that could be pretty fun. You better check it out. And also, she has started doing something called Fun Foods Friday. Now, she'll tell you straight out, she says, I don't cook. Lady, you're cooking, and you're doing a pretty good job of it too. But she finds some recipe or something that's going on out in the world of the interwebs, and she recreates it for you in real time, unless it has to bake, and then she'll pause and, you know, bring it up afterwards and do the tasting. A lot of interesting things. Some things I wouldn't have thought of. Some things I probably wouldn't do, but it was fun to watch anyway. But yeah, that's every Friday as well. She does lives too. Her lives are usually just too late for me to catch, because I have to get up and go to work in the mornings. But check her out. Definitely down in the link below. I do want to thank everyone for coming by today. I know you've got a busy life, just like we all do, and I appreciate you spending some time over here in my little world. I would invite you to take a look at the description, not only to get those other links of channels that I've mentioned, but also you may want to check out my Ko-fi link. Yes, I have Ko-fi. You can choose to buy me a coffee or a ball of yarn, you know, on Ko-fi. No pressure, but if you do, thanks a bunch. Appreciate you more than you know. Again, thanks for coming by. Be sure and check out Tuesday reviews, as well as the intros to my kitties that I've put up in the last couple of weeks. There'll probably be more kitty videos too, soon, very soon. Thanks, y'all.